Being a volunteer is a lot. It's a heavy responsibility because it requires more than just the patient. It requires human understanding. It requires attention to details.
Joining the UN system, joining the UN as a volunteer, it was my first time, and coding up on things, even though my supervisors and the UNV team has been very supportive, been by my side every step of the way, but coding up to the UN system, it was a bit challenging.
While serving as a United Nations volunteer, I was unable to identify my reasonable accommodation needs. It took substantial amount of time to identify, to request and to receive reasonable accommodation needs that is tailored for me.
There is a lot of positive momentum. We have many more volunteers who are real-life champions of disability inclusion. The persons with disabilities are the champions of disability inclusion. Many UN leaders, growing number of UN leaders are champions of disability inclusion. A lot of champions who are not going to rest before we really make UN as fully inclusive.
What can be done more from UNV, also from the other UN entities, to overcome barriers faced by persons with disabilities and to have more of them in our system, also to have more of them in other places.
Based on the different disabilities that exist, we should have a taxonomy of disabilities, and therefore we should have concrete criteria and requirements. What should be adjustments in the workspace based on the different disabilities for these global citizens to serve the UN proudly. Physical adjustments, even when you enter the building, often mentioned. It's having a colleague who would support persons with disabilities, like we have at this meeting, to communicate with the rest of them.
One of the special moments was that when I see my presence and my efforts within the hosting entity, I start successfully advocating for mainstreaming of disability inclusion agenda within the organizations, operations and programs.
This is the important human right imperative that we have to create opportunities to the persons with disabilities to join the UN. So we're not going to stop here. We're going to continue to work to increase opportunities for persons with disabilities with the UN.
As a youth volunteer, my host agency has been very supportive and guiding to what I'm doing.
And that really gave me the motivation to want to do more, because if you count me as part of the family, then why not?